to the tribe, peace to the collective. I had hit start, but I didn't mean to hit start, but it's okay because we here now. I'm gonna just put all I was trying to do was put the link that I had for this article in the description. I wanted to upload a thumbnail. It looks like I can upload that for y'all. Cool. So we in this thing streaming. So man, thank y'all for joining me for another video. Today we're going to be talking about 2025, which is a 9-year, which represents completing the cycle and letting go. So I really didn't get into the numerology of years until 2024. 2024, which was an 8-year, which was ruled by Saturn, which was centered in karma, made a lot of sense, in reference to everything that I witnessed and then everything I personally experienced. So ups and downs. But at the end of the day, I'm just like, cool. Because I'm understanding the lesson that needs to be learned. And so instead of looking at failures or what I wanted and versus what I didn't get, I just looked at it as how could I learn the lesson? How could I apply myself and just turn up to the best of my ability, at least, for the remainder of my time on this earth. So, yeah, I just am grateful for this year. This year really taught me that I shouldn't even care I'm not in control on how other people feel or how other people process things, especially when I have my own mode of processing things that either I'm working on or I'm not working on. And I have my own trauma, my own wounds, and this profession, this personality of healer or psychic or reader, it comes with a lot of like preconceived notions that are not beneficial to me long term. So the karma of everybody else and myself is just like, and I don't even view karma as a bad thing. Karma is the work that you put in and what you are sitting on top of. Like, okay, this is my karma for the effort that I put in, the decisions that I made. So there's a lot of people who became millionaires, become rich, have a better nest egg, a better cushion because their karma was investing when crypto was low, right? Things like that. So it's multifaceted, multidimensional, but it really inspired me to look at 2025 and do some understanding and overstanding of the number 9. And it's funny, I have 9 people watching at the 4-minute mark. So go ahead and like the video, share the video, subscribe to the video. I'm doing this video in support of an article that just came out today in reference of the same title. Fortunately or unfortunately, it's a paid article. But if you have never have gotten a paid article, you can get one paid article from the Substack. So if you never got a paid article, you can join the Substack. It'll be an option to read this article for free. And if you want to get into some knowledge, into some science, this is a good time. Because once again, the things that I teach, the things that I'm like bringing forth is through my initial skepticism. I'm not a numerologist, and I didn't even think numerology was a thing And you cannot tell me that in 2024, this wasn't the year of karma. This wasn't the year of Saturn, right? You cannot tell me that this wasn't the year of an 8 year. So if this was an 8 year, I'm gonna bet my money that next year is going to be a 9 year. And if we're going to understand what a 9 year is, we're going to have to understand what a 9 year is. Because a lot of people, when they look at an eight, you also see that infinity, which is a perpetual reality for some people. And if you are knee deep in a certain type of emotional context or quotient, what is going to happen is that that negative energy will be infinity. That positive energy will be infinity. And this is what you take into nine, completion. And it's like you get to choose. Are you willing to learn the lessons, or was it trial and error? One's in the chat. Did you learn a valuable lesson, or was it a failure? Because if you learned a valuable lesson and you apply that valuable lesson into a 9 year, and I'm telling you, lessons in parenting, one's in the chat. This year and in the future years, I'm never giving my child an electronic device, a tablet, a phone. They better not, I better not see them with it. Like, I've learned so much this year about what I've done wrong. What I've done wrong, ones in the chat. Can we take accountability for what I've done wrong? And like, damn, okay, and start hitting you. Like Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson fighting Jake Paul this year too, 2024 year of karma. That's how life was hitting you. Like Mike Tyson had to do a throwback. The man 60 years old. I ain't think he could walk. I'm never doing the things that brought me into 2024. Business, business filing, taxes, uh how I apply myself, diet. I can go on and on and on and on and on about the mistakes that I have made. And I'm only saying that because a lot of times when we're having discourse, it's about what's happening outside of us. And you will get so caught up. I would hear spiritualists, yeah, they're going to catch theirs, they're going to get theirs. That person is fake, that person. But what about you? I'll be damned if I spend my whole ministry talking about how people are fake. Because guess what that make me? Yeah, they about to get exposed. Guess what that make me? About to get exposed. I personally, when you understand ADHD and the ability to project your mind into the future, that comes from a place where you don't have any simulation or stimulation. You are you are in a space where it's just your imagination. And so when we look up the number 9, it is the year of imagination. When we are looking at these devices and we're looking at people live their lives, we might feel insecure when we don't have no god darn business feeling insecure because we still children. Our brains are still developing. One of the biggest lessons in my life that I learned as an adult that I did not have as a child was that I could get better at something. When I was a child, this escaped me. For some odd reason, it escaped me that I didn't have to be good at something to do it. Like I wanted to play the piano, but I didn't know how to play the piano, so I didn't learn how to play the piano because I didn't know how to play it. But if I didn't know how to play it, I could have actually learned. I can still learn to play the piano. But learning is something that requires you to get outside of ADHD, because learning also says that if I learn this, I will get better with it over time. What I see with a young mind, and I have four young children, when they have devices, they are content. When they don't have devices, they feel like something is missing out of their life. And the it's not even a problem when they have the phones, when they have the devices. The problem is when I take the devices away and then they want them and I say no. That's when that shit gets scary. Ones in the chat. When I say no, you can't have it, and then I see like I'm everything but a child of God, and I'm like, okay, I've been in the trap. I know how a drug addict act when they don't have the motherfucking goddamn smack. They be ready to cause a problem, cause issues. It's a problem. So it's like, okay, and as a dad, right? I know that they're still going to have access to technological devices when I don't got eyes on them 24/7, but at least when I see them, I'm going to challenge them. Because when I was a kid, my mom let me play Super Nintendo, but I didn't play Super Nintendo when I was over at my dad's house. We was throwing football. We didn't have it, so we couldn't do it, so we did other things. And as a child, it's cool to have options outside of being so technologically sound. And technology is a wonderful thing, but it becomes to be a lot for a developing mind. It's a lot. It is a lot, especially with teaching children how to learn when they learn from TikToks. And maybe your longest TikTok is a minute. And then I would say, all right, let's sit through this lecture that's 20 minutes. And then it's like, I can't do it. This attention deficit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't hold that attention space. And that, to me, as a parent, I got to get in front of that. So a lot, we was online, doing online school, and I felt like this is just a video game to them. So when we took it off of the online school and we just did regular paper and pencil, they didn't like it, of course, but they were actually learning and they felt better about their ability to learn and develop and progress through their mind. So, like I said, this this world, this year taught me that. My whole year, I'm just like cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, just here, use the tablet, or here, use my phone, or dad, can you use my phone? Yeah, here. You know what I'm saying? Cool, play the video game. Cool, watch TV. Like, I was just oblivious to it, and then I started to see the psychological and mental and emotional effects that it was having on my children. And that is me being a parent, right? That got nothing to do with the kids. That's me being a parent and me saying that this is cool. And that was when I had to start doing a reverse train of thought and say, you start to look at Generation Alpha, and you start to look at, all right, these kids in these schools, they not learning, the teacher's not caring at a high level. In a common denominator where you can't figure it out is going to go back to them devices. And some children being programmed by TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. And then you got some children that's not, and they all intermingling, and the reality is becoming very, very based at a scholastic level all over the country because of these technological devices. If these children don't have attention spans, and children in other countries are having a regulated electronic experience, because everybody knows, do basic Google research, type autism, ADHD, ADD, and then cross reference it with electronic devices, and the research is there. Okay? Everybody knows it's not a mystery. This is why they banning TikTok. This is why, because it is damaging to these children, and these children are addicted to not a phone, but applications. So if we have a phone, we have a technological device, there's no reason why a child should have social media. They should have some form of like way of dealing with this particular. Give me 1 second. So yeah, I'm just saying that for me as a parent, my karma was the technological devices. And it was cool to like go through the school year in September, and minimize that. And then also building a closer relationship with my kids because we don't have that electronic buffer. And for myself, it was weeks where I had 13-minute screen time for the whole week because I made a commitment to not devote my life to my phone and things like that because for whatever reason, it was causing problems in other areas. So I did a complete retool, adjustment from the ground up. Everything that I was afraid of, had to deal with it, face it, bear with it, switch it up, everything, do a complete switcheroo. But I'm still standing and I'm still me. So that tells me a lot about karma. So getting into the article, which is should be a link in the description, we are entering into a 9 year, and I'm taking this time to talk about it because I don't really hear a lot of people talking about it because the concept is very succinct, it's very clear, it's very matter of fact. But this year, man, I did a post. Let me show y'all on my Instagram. Just this cycle in general, this year been centered in karma from 2022 to now. Look at this shit. Like, I used to follow all of these dudes coming up. These boys got football numbers in the conscious community. I'm not the judge and the jury. I didn't arrest these dudes. I don't know the ins and the outs. But I am a black man and I am a spiritualist. So part of me is related to this in some concept where all six of these men is in jail. And I'm not saying like I get down like these dudes get down under no level, but at the same time, I'm sitting back reflecting on 2024 like this is crazy. I seen that. I heard the judge give Nature Boy life without the possibility of parole. Uh, they say Patah got like 50 something years. I always forget dude in the middle's name for some Rashad Jamal. I heard he got like 70 something years and all this. Polite got football numbers. And I'm just sitting back reflecting like, damn, it's some people that's in this game that's not even here for real. Like they channels, they ain't, you know what I'm saying? They not even posting content no more. So I can see it two ways. I can see like they was some dirtball dudes or the system is against us. I don't know which one it is. I'm not even going to speculate cuz shit. you know, this year I've had to experience some weird shit, you know what I mean? And I'm just kind of just like, okay, weird energy. but this is when you get deeper into your ritual bag, your ritualistic bag. So, more or less, let's talk about 2025, the year of letting go. And how do we come to this understanding? Like, what are we talking about when we talk about nine? Well, if you add 2 plus 5, that equals 9. That's just the start. So this means we're going through a universal 9 year. And a universal 9 year is about letting go. And so, you know how people say stuff, one's in the chat, people just be saying stuff when they conscious, right? Nine means letting go, right? What does that mean, Kyrie? What are you talking about? What you mean letting what go? Where are you coming with this concept from? So we gotta get into the Proto-Indo-European language, or the root of the words, because nine is a concept that's that stretches across languages and time. Nine is coming from the word nuos, which means new. And I know you saying, what did that have to do with nine, Kyrie? Nine and new, them is two different words, Kyrie. Is you talking about nine, or is you talking about new? I'm talking about the same concept. So in Latin, you have the word novum, which means nine. In Latin, you have the word novus, or nova, or chakra nova, or novum. Novus, which means nuos, or new, anew. So novus, novum, new utilize the same Proto-Indian European word nuos. So when we are referencing the concept of nine, we're also representing something that is new. So in order for you to access new energy, you have to let go of old energy. So that's why the 9 year is the year of letting go. One's in the chat if that made sense. In Greek, the word is ania. Ania means 9. A synonym to ania is nona. Nona means ninth. So, in reference to 9 in Greek, you have what is called a muse. The muse, or muses, were the goddess of music, song, dance, and the source of inspiration. There were also goddess of knowledge, who remembered that all things that had come to pass. Later, the musae were assigned specific artistic spheres: Calliope, poetry; Clio, history; Urania, astronomy; Thalia, comedy; Malp- Malpomene, tragedy; Polymnia, religious hymns; Erato, erotic poetry; Euterpe, lyric poetry. I'm not even going to. Terpsichore, choral song and dance. In ancient Greek, vase painting of the Musae were depicted as beautiful young women with a variety of musical instruments. So we're bringing up the muses because there are, if you count them, one, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9 muses. Okay, so the 9 muses represent beautiful young women. When we're referencing something that is young, we're also representing something that is new. So once again, a baby is a new baby. But how long does it take that new baby to become new? 9 months. And after 9 months, the mother has to let go of the child. For you cannot have a new child if you hold on to the child in the womb. So if you feel as if your idea haven't taken off, your business haven't taken off, your priorities haven't been adjusted, this is the year that it manifests for you. This is the year where it all changes because you didn't even know. We're thinking biologically at this point. Biological philosophy. I'm just making up a concept. We're taking the 9 months and relating it to the 9 year. This is the final frontier. This is the final preparation because 2026, it all starts over again. So everything gets down to a concise focus. You can only have one child unless you're having twins, quadruplets. But it's like Eminem. You better lose yourself. That's talking about letting go. So another interesting concept in understanding letting go. 9 is the year of letting go. Let's take both of those words individually. Let means to allow. Go means to advance. So what did it mean to let go? It means to allow advancement. One's in the chat if you understand or understand what I said. The etymology of letting go means to allow an advancement. When we say let go, you think I'm saying you think I'm saying give up something or lose something, right? When Eminem say you better lose yourself, he's not saying like I lost my keys and I can't find them. He's saying lose that part of you that's holding you back so you can show up in the moment because it's go time, right? It's such a powerful energy going into this year that if you are holding on to shit, think about how crazy that is. Think about how crazy it is for a mom to hold on to the baby in her womb and the baby trying to get out. The water done broke, she having contractions, and she like, no, I want to hold on to you in my womb. You would say, babe, you gotta let go. Why does the mother have to let go? Why does the ground have to give yield to crops? Because the letting go of the process allows for the advancement for what? More crops to be planted, more babies to be had, more money to be made. Letting go, investing in money, saving money. Imagine if you saved money in a bank account all year, right? You didn't even invest it, you just saved it. If you save money from the first of the year to now, that same amount of money, it done lost value because a loaf of bread costs $5 now. Your money haven't went up to $5. If that loaf of bread was 3 to 5, your money stayed the same. So you lost $2 essentially. $2 on a dollar, basically. It's a 3% inflation. But your savings didn't yield that. Versus if you invested that same amount of money in Bitcoin, you would have doubled your money. You would have doubled your investment. You could have taken half of that investment off of the books and took Tatalicious out to eat. One's in the chat. Could have took Tatalicious to Roof Chris. One's in the chat. Could have took her ass to the movies, but you saying, damn, I'm broke. Damn, it's fucked up out here, man. I gotta do this, I gotta do that. What are you holding on to? Emotionally, mentally, spiritually. What are you angry about? Can you journal about that? Can you journal about what you're holding on to? Because nobody in this world is saying the water broke, you're having contractions. No, I'm gonna hold on to it. Are you in pain? Yes, I'm in the worst pain ever. I'm in the worst pain. My kneecaps is in pain. You want to hold on to it? Yes. Why do you want to hold on to pain? I don't know. It makes no logical sense. Let go of the baby. Let go of the baby. Are you still in pain? No, I'm not in pain anymore. What was the reason for you not being in pain? I let go. I let go of this child. I let go of this idea. I let go of this book. I let go of this class. I let it go. I put it out. So people had like, and I'm really going through the shadow work because I started a class last year, went through some shit, fell off on the classes. And so I've been battling myself like, damn, shot. You put out a class and you like, well, what if don't nobody sign up? One's in the chat. What if don't nobody buy my book? One's in the chat. What if nobody watches my video? One's in the chat. You know what I'm saying? You just out here. What if? What if no nobody fuck with me for real? And I'm out here struggling, And so that played in my mind. And then I don't know what take place because it usually be like I think my kids got picked up, and that always do it, right? When your kids get picked up and you have a moment to think, you know what I'm saying? My kids that got picked up, and everything just came to me, and I just moved in the flow state of putting the course together and all of that, like not even just putting it together, putting it out, doing the framework, putting the links out, all of that, because that's how I work. I work in a flow, like shoo. Like, and if it ain't shoo, and I get caught up, I'll just stop doing it altogether. But anyways, I was in a flow. It came to, and people had signed up. So I'm sitting back talking to my wife just before I got on live. Like, think about how crazy it would be if if I didn't post, if I didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I would still have the mindset that damn, should I start a course or I don't know, man. I don't know if people gonna even do it. People might not even sign up, man. I don't even know, bro. Like, I really struggle with that, and for real, that's adult self-diagnosed ADHD. I looked up the symptoms of ADHD, and I was like, whoa, Jack, something really wrong with you. So, when I did that self-diagnosis, I have begun to look out for the signs. Whereas I'm not going to do this thing because I think that it won't turn out positive, so I just won't do nothing. That's a disorder. That ain't right and exact. You have to challenge that belief, challenge that thought. You have to advance. You have to put it out there. You have to put your shit out there, and not to say it's gonna be successful. Trial and error, of course, it's not everything that I thought it would be, but it's something. It's a start. And when I'm doing shadow work for 2025, and I might say I have a situation that I don't like and I want to get out of it, and then I'll have January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. All of these months to plan, all of these months to be dedicated, all of these months to apply myself. Guess what? I won't do it. Why won't I do it? Because I'm not in tune with my self-saboteur. I know that nigga gonna come. You know what I mean? I know he's gonna come and say, you've been consistent. Let's just fuck this shit up. You know what I mean? Let's just let's blow this shit up. You know what I mean? Like that's what we need to do. We need to just get some C4, my boy, and just blow this shit up, bro. Like, what's the point of being consistent? Like, I know that nigga has existed in me somewhere. So I have to do shadow work. I have to get in tune with this guy. So when I'm getting in tune with this guy, I'm able to say, damn. Say for instance, I have a goal for myself, and I have 30 days to plan out that goal. It's achievable. It's so achievable. And that's anything you want to accomplish in life. I thought about some crazy shit the other day cuz I turned 40 this year. That's 20 years from when I was 20. That means that 20 years from now, I'll be 60. That, like, I've been up, I've been down, I done got settlements, I done had all types of crazy shit happen in those 20 years. From 40 to 60, right? That's 20 more years. What if I'm deliberate and intentional the whole 20? That's a scary sight because there's no difference to me energetically, right, from 20 to 40. Because I was dumb as a box of rocks. You know what I mean? So 40 to me, it seemed like psychologically, it's like it clicks. Like it clicks. Like to whereas wasting time, doing things that don't matter, applying myself, putting the work in. All right, I'm just gonna do that shit, bro. Cause motherfuckers has been looking at me crazy for 8 years. 8 years. Bro, you posting, you selling courses, you're doing readings, you're doing this, you're doing that, and I'm putting food on the table. What do you mean? So now I'm thinking what they thinking, and it's slowing me down. This next 20 years, when I say I don't give a fuck what people think, like I just already know my schedule is my schedule. My day is my day. And if I work 20 hours in this day, I'm going to do it. Because at the end of the day, like I was talking to my wife again about, I would love to work with people. Love to work with people. That's my dream in all facets. Living, like I want to live with people. I want to live communally. Like I want to leverage everybody. You know what I mean? I want to live in a fucking community. But if I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to do that today. I'm not going to not do me to the fullest just because I don't have something. And it's like a lot of it comes from understanding the process of just letting go. Cuz letting go, whatever it is, it could be anything. If you let it go, you will be able to advance. One's in the chat if that makes sense. If you just simply let it go, you will be able to advance. And so we're just tackling concepts around the number nine, showing you the succinct nature of the number nine and the deeper meaning of the number nine and how it relates to 2025, which is a 9 year. You can hold on to some emotional shit. You can hold on to some emotional stuff. Or you can let it go. One's in the chat. You can hold on to a mental deformity or mental trial and tribulation where you just been struggling mentally or emotionally, and your baby dad and your baby mama and your grandma been tripping. One's in the chat. Granny been tripping. You can hold on to it or you can let it go. You got those options. And they'll be like, well, Kyrie, why you ain't mad? I'll let it go. Oh, okay. You let it go. Yes, I let it go. What you want me to do? Hold on to it? No, I didn't want you to hold on to it, but what? I mean, we can't talk about it. I mean, it's down the road. I let it go on the side of the road, right where the fork in the road is on I-10 and 59 at the crossroad. Yeah, I let it go there. You can go and pick it up if you want. Yeah, go back and pick it up if you can find it and bring it back here. I'll be sitting here waiting on you while you go look for it. I'm gonna be playing the game though. While you go look for whatever it is we should be talking about that's so serious. Well, I felt like it was serious to me. Well, why you ain't let it go? Oh, I can let it go too? You mean we both can let this shit go? Yeah, we both can let this shit go. Wow. I mean, it was traumatic. I know. I mean, I was emotional. Me too. You mean we gonna just let it go? Yes, we gonna. I mean, we married and we had a fight. We gonna hold on to it, right? No, we gonna let it go. We gonna let it go. Why? Because we want to have a successful relationship. How do our relationship advance? Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. You single right now, got a kid right now, but you mad at your baby mama. You held on to it. What if you let that shit go? Now I got your ass, niggas. Got you in a bind now. I'm in a bind, Nate. What if you let it go? What if you let it go? He cheated on me. What if you let it go? She cheated on me, hood. What if you let it go, though? I can do that. Yeah. Damn, if I let it go, that means our relationship going to advance and it's not going to be stuck in the Stone Ages, stuck in the ancestor realm. Yep. You can let it all go. Right? Powerful, powerful shit. I would almost say it's the most powerful year we've ever experienced because a lot of people don't even understand the concept. So we're looking at the Hebrew alphabet. Tet is the is the ninth letter. In Hebrew alphabets, they have a sound and they also have a numerical value, but they also have a meaning. Nine means good or best. So, what is 2025 from a Hebrew perspective? It is the best year of your life. And then you say, well, how is it going to be the best year of my life? I'm going to finally go on a date with Tatalicious? She going to finally let me hit them draws? No, you're going to let the desire of wanting to be with Tatalicious go. In the first place, you let it all go. What are you left with? You are a spiritual being having a human experience. So, nine in Hebrew means good or best. Give me 1 second. My people, which are the 22 archetypes and 22 letters of the Word of God, have been silent because of lack of knowledge or lack of gnosis. Seeing thou hast rejected knowledge, I will reject thee as a priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the 22 letters of Torah, which are the 22 arcana of the tarot, and the 22 archetypes of the law of thy Elohim, and I will also forget my children or thy children. So, what does this mean? This is the mystery of the number nine. This is the ultimate of ultimates when you begin to activate your inner spiritual system, when you cut the lights on of the temple and you stop acting like because you got some money, because you look halfway decent, because you drive back and forth to work, because you got a nice house, because you got an apartment. You know how some niggas just be happy they got something, right? And motherfucker be like, You know what I'm saying? Living in a motherfucking ghetto. But like, at least I got an apartment. You can't tell me shit, right? It'd be that type of energy where it's all of this arrogance for the external. And then if you ever had some shit, you look at another person like, man, you don't even really got shit for real. You hanging on by a thread. But you higher than thou. When you stop acting like the external is your motherfucking goal as a spiritual being. You would know the difference between a solar plexus chakra and a root chakra when it comes to you. Nigga be acting like it's a motherfucking school quiz. Like, did I get the right answer, Hood? The heart chakra mean unconditional love. Was that right? Was that right, Hood? Like, nigga, do you even love your mama? No, I can't stand that motherfucker. Like, okay, yeah. Wrong answer. You love your baby daddy? Nah, not for real. Wrong answer. But my heart chakra is balanced, Hood. It is balanced. You just saying that it's balanced, but the reality of a balanced heart chakra is unconditional love of everything. From the third eye to the crown chakra to the throat chakra. I don't even really feel like, you know what I'm saying, speaking the truth. I just be, silent a lot of times. I just be reflecting and studying. I just be staying to myself. Oh, your throat chakra not balanced. Your throat chakra not even activated. Cause you're not even really grateful for the life that you lead. You struggling, you hustling, you all uncomfortable inside of yourself, inside of your vessel. You haven't relaxed and meditated ever. You just scrolling, working, working and scrolling, scrolling and working. Then you horny on a dating site. That's what Hosea 4:6 mean. My people, they suffer because of lack of knowledge. That's the real, that's the real shit. Look at Hosea 4:6. It's not silent. It's not silent. It's not silent. My people are destroyed. If you don't activate your chakras and don't know what your chakras are, not really taking it seriously, you destroyed. Cause what are you doing? Where's this knowledge coming from? You think this knowledge is coming from somebody on YouTube? You think you getting a free app and it's a nigga with knowledge on here? No, the real knowledge is within yourself. So the real reason that you are destroyed is because you really think that it's somebody that's telling you some valuable knowledge. People telling me what somebody else done told them about them. That's crazy. You didn't do no self-knowledge. Bro, what is the law of the mystery school? Know thyself. Know thyself. So lack of knowledge is lack of self-knowledge. One's in the chat. One's in the chat if y'all understand what the fuck I'm talking about right now. Because I know people be listening. I know people be driving. I know you be going through shit. But at this point in time, I just really need to know, am I making sense when I say that people are destroyed because they do not understand themselves at a spiritual level? It's not a game. It's either, bro, look at this shit. We're just going to do a raw, just Google 2025. You'll see Project 2025. Project 2025. What Trump's Project 2025 means for you. 2025 Armageddon. Right? all types of weird shit happening in 2025. And they cleaned it up. But it used to be like when you Google 2025, it would be a whole bunch of like end of the world shit. It was the weirdest shit, but they cleaned it up because niggas was like talking about it. But anyways, the destruction that you are really gonna be destroyed for, the real karma, is in not understanding yourself and getting down to the bare bones of that, getting to the real raw reality, self accountability, and how you are not showing up for yourself and for other people and for your ancestors and for your calling. You got all of this support, and everything that you got will go the way that it's supposed to go, but you're not even understanding a true maxim. What's another true maxim? Faith without works is dead. Faith without works is dead. Faith without works is dead. So you can have all the faith in the world that things is going to be hunky dory perfect, but if there's no work behind it, it's dead. It don't exist. So knowledge, applied knowledge, is different from being destroyed because you rejected knowledge and then thinking that it's going to be some yogi or some guru that's going to help you with anything that's not going to lead you to yourself. What shadow work is a lot of journaling. It's a lot of writing. It's a lot of self exploration. And if you don't do it, if you relying on me to do it for you, then shadow work intensive is not for you. If you think it's gonna be a place where I'm gonna just be shucking and jiving and dancing and entertaining and providing refreshments so you can feel comfortable and just so you can say, yeah, I signed up for the shadow work course. It was dope. It was a wonderful experience. No, you better be ready to learn from self and clear up the past and show up present in the future and not let your past destroy you from the inside out. Because when the soul says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, is also saying, I will also reject y'all asses. Y'all niggas is not gurus. Y'all niggas is not spiritualists. Y'all niggas is not healers. Thou shalt not be no priest to me. Y'all niggas is not connected to nothing. Y'all are scam artists and just making money. And that's cool, because when in Rome, do as the Romans. But if you was trying to figure out 2025 and alleviate all of the fuck shit that's gonna be plagued around you, because everybody is holding on to hot coals, and they're like, I'm burning, the world is burning. What does God have against me? I'm burning, and they holding hot coals in their hand. Oh my God, I'm burning. I cannot stop this burning feeling. Drop the hot coals, then let it go. But my mama gave this to me. My baby mama gave this to me. My kids gave this to me. These is my Christmas gifts. They told me they can't stand me and now they wish I was this and I wish I was that. So I'm going to hold on to it. I'm going to hold on to it because it really bothers me. It really affects me negatively. And there's nothing I can do. And so now I'm just going to just crash out. Oh. Well, you ever thought about letting it go? No, I didn't even think that was an option. Yeah, let it go. Just let it go? Yeah, just let it go. Just let it go. Yeah, just let it go. Okay, I'm letting it go. Damn, I'm not burning no more. That's how it works. Shit. I was about to crash out for no reason, wasn't I? Yep. Whatever you see somebody going through, you see your kids stressing out, your mama stressing out, your girl stressing out, your husband stressing out, go close to them, rub them on their back, look them dead in their eye, Make sure they got good eye contact with you. And you say, Mama, she would say, what, son? Let that shit go. We're like, huh? Like, yeah, let it go. Yeah, but I've been struggling with this for years, baby. You just don't know. Yeah, Mama, I know. Let it go. Just rub her on her back. Like, let it go. Yeah, let it go. All right, I'm gonna let it go. That's all you can do for niggas in 2025, right? Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. So this is the differentiation between Israelites and people who are not Israelites but still have the same favor. We look at Ashkenazi Jews and say, well, y'all not the real Israelites. Y'all not the real Israelites. Y'all from Russia, right? But they will tell you up and down about the Kabbalah. They will break the Kabbalah up and down on your ass. And then what? Right? So yo, this is gonna be, I'm telling you, 2025, that's gonna be the movement. We gonna make good eye contact with our kids. And they're gonna be like, Mom, I just don't know what I'm gonna do. I really like Tyrone. And he'd be like, he broke my heart. You gonna look at that girl in her face. Baby, yes, mama. Look me in the eye. And I want you to listen to me. I want you to listen to me real good, okay, Charmaine? Yes, mama. Look at that girl deep in her eyes. Rub her on her back. Tell her to let that shit go. You fucking 15. What the fuck? Let it go. You know? Let it go. Don't make this in that Inside Out where you have a serious moment and get into a gold ball. Like, don't make this a gold ball moment over a boy that don't even wipe his ass for real. They got dirty drawers. You all crying over this nigga. Hey, let it go. Oh my God. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. I'm telling y'all better be ready. Y'all better be ready for me to be telling motherfuckers to let that shit go all year, right? So that would be related to death in the mystery of Teth 9 completion. The mystery of 9 and completion is also Yasad, but is also connected to sex and spirituality. I'll explain. Teth is the elemental letter that symbolizes the serpent. So when we look at the serpent, that could also be the penis, it could also be the spine, and these symbols represent sexual, spiritual energy. At the lowest level is sexual energy. At the highest level is inverted kundalini, where, well, I would guess that inverted kundalini would be ejaculation, but the real kundalini would be sending that same energy up your spine. So we have a reproductive system, but we also have a productive system that makes us our most productive when we take our sperm and we bring it up into our spine. The best way to practice this is through sex. So it's two forms of ways that couples have sex. You have sex up until the man ejaculates, and that is inverted kundalini. It's extroverted kundalini, but I'm just calling it inverted kundalini. And if done right, with quotes, you can produce a child. However, there's also another way lovers can make love that can produce an idea, produce a business, produce money, produce magic, produce whatever you want to produce, but you don't have sex to ejaculate. So, this is a practice that you You can't really practice it masturbating, right? You practice it through sex, and the couple has sex up until the point where the man is about to ejaculate, and this is where you stop. And you stop and you relax and you meditate and you enter into a different type of energy. You open up different types of portals when you do that. The reason why that you have sex to ejaculation is because that is like a lower level of education, right? That's like kindergarten way of having sex. But the college way of having sex, like the way that makes more sense, ethically, even when your womb have sperm in it, your womb actually attacks sperm because sperm is base and your womb is acidic. And so one's in the chat, you don't like when your womb smell like semen. Ladies, one's in the chat if you don't like that. So even at like a hygienic point of view, it's wrong to do, right? On a hygienic level, you don't be wanting to be smelling like that man all day, right? So on multiple levels, understanding sexual energy is also a 9 year. Because when you look at a nine, you're actually looking at a snake. I know you probably never seen that. I wonder if it's any nine snake. I wonder if there's like a, because like when a nine is when a snake is like curled up, you could kind of start to see it. But like if you look at how a snake is going to coil that tail or coil that head, and then you look at a nine, the shape of a nine is just a coiled snake, right? If you just really look at it, if you really look at it. So that snake is Kundalini, and Kundalini is connected to your chakras, okay? So when you forget that you have Kundalini and you forget that you have chakras, then it's almost as if you don't even understand or understand the power of spirituality. So what most people do in reference to spirituality is that they just grasp at straws. And instead of doing nothing and they doing something, they just talk and they yap and they yap and they talk about this and they talk about that. But if you ever listen to me, it's not that I'm talking about the same thing, but I'm always going to relate all of this information back to you, back to your chakras, back to your shadow, back to your hidden sides. And so this is what represents and encompasses a nine. It is the hidden aspect. The hidden aspect. The muse is not an aspect of yourself that is like conscious. It has to be cultivated. The music, the astronomy, the astrology, the poetry. These are like talents that when you activate your chakras, the point of it all is for it to unlock hidden talents, unlock hidden abilities. It is to make it to whereas you're able to do things that you never thought that you would be able to do, but you're vibrating at its highest level, and the energy of the planet is able to surge through you because you ground like a serpent. A serpent is on the ground, and basically, a serpent's whole body. I wonder what the relationship is a serpent to the ground. A snake has a very intimate relationship with the ground. It primarily uses the ground surface to move by slithering or undulating its body, relying on friction from its belly scales to propel itself forward, essentially crawling across the terrain. it essentially anchors itself to the ground to generate the force needed to move. Okay, so we can also relate the serpent to grounding in the root chakra, which activates us. So another thing that the serpent is represented to knowledge. So we have to understand and understand grounding is connected to the earth, and the earth has knowledge encoded in it. How do we know this to be a fact? If I put a seed into the earth, it's going to cultivate that seed into a crop. Now, if I put that same seed on the table, would it manifest? Why? Because the air does not have the same knowledge that the earth do. If I put that seed in a cup of water, it's not going to manifest the same way that it's going to manifest in the ground, because the ground has more knowledge. So grounding, activating the root chakra, is going to give you the knowledge that you need. If you do not ground, if you do not activate your root chakra, then it's going to feel like spirituality is something that you need to figure out, right? You need to learn from somebody, and it's cool to learn from people. I learn from people every day, okay? And it's cool to exchange information. But spirituality, though, knowledge of the self, the thing about me is that I I know that I can't teach you about your soul. That's the limit. It's like you can lead somebody to the door and they have to walk through it. And this is why da'ath, well, not da'ath, I'm thinking of a different word, but da'ath actually has daleth. So da'ath is dalet. Da'ath and Dalet are both related to knowledge in the Hebrew alphabet. So Dalet is a letter, but to spell Da'ath, you need to spell it with Dalet. And Dalet is a gateway or a doorway. Dalet means door. Dalet means door. So knowledge is a doorway. In that doorway, it literally means that you have to walk through that door. I can't walk through that door with you. No spiritual person can walk through that door with you. It's almost like you watching somebody cook a meal. And they cook the meal the best way you ever seen them cook a meal. So you like, all right, eat it for me. Eat it with me. Like, like I want to experience the food at the same time. So basically, I want to kiss you while we eat or some weird shit like that. And you'll be like, bro, just eat it yourself, right? You could just eat it. And this is the mystery of all spirituality. And I promise you, if you can understand this, you like 90% of the way. Dalet symbolizes doorway. Because ultimately, we're looking for somebody to do it for us. This is a very long article. I'm not going to get into it. I'm going to switch gears. And that's like all you would have to do. I'll put the link in the chat. This is good reading for somebody that's really into or want to get into Hebrew or the Kabbalah. Check the link that I put in the chat. Visit that and get some gnosis for real. Take some notes though. So ultimately, we're entering into a 9 year. 2025 is a 9 year. Nine is the ninth Sephiroth on the tree of life, symbolizing the sacral chakra, our emotional life, how we truly, truly feel, and how we truly, truly feel, the world will reflect upon it. And it is going to be our imagination, right? how we imagine this year to be. Now, this is very, very important if you don't do shadow work. This is very, very important if you hold on to negative things. What do I mean? Because if you imagine that everything is bad and you go into this year with a fear-based mindset, then that is what you're going to be reflecting, unfortunately. Right? Unfortunately. But if you do the shadow work, if you are imagining, like I imagine warm weather, wind blowing, threesomes abound, just threesomes everywhere. You have a threesome. He have a threesome. She have a threesome. I'm like Oprah with the threesomes. I'm just passing them out. You feel me? Anyways, yeah, got a little too excited. Anyways, your side is the foundation. So, what is the foundation? Your imagination. But your side is also ruled by the sexual organs. So, for young women, what ruins your imagination is sexual energy with multiple partners, having boyfriends, having sex with your boyfriend, breaking up with your boyfriend, getting another boyfriend, having sex with him. By a certain point, your imagination gets drained and you more of traumatized. Traumatized by the nature of men. So when it comes to having a strong imagination, it's hard. Because what tends to happen is that you'll relate your expectations to the nature of someone else, and your expectations has to have a sort of like a bubble around it. I'll give you an example. If you don't have any money and you say, because I don't have any money, I shouldn't start a business, that's incorrect, right? You need to have a bubble to say, it don't matter if I don't got no money or not. These chicken wings that I'm cooking is A1. These handmade craftings that I'm doing is A1. This is worth something. So I'm going to put it out there. It's so many things to do besides have sex with these niggas. It's so many things to do. You could crochet, you could learn how to sew, you could stretch, you could play the violin, you could fucking become a ballerina, you could just twirl around in a park in a nice frilly dress. At the end of the day, a woman's level of imagination is otherworldly. What brings you down to Malkuth is cock. Men, you're going to ruin your life chasing after sex because sex is the foundation to your ability to achieve self knowledge. Self knowledge is not, I know myself, I'm smart. No, it's, I know myself, I know what I'm capable of, and I know that I don't really have any limits outside of the limits that I put on myself. One's in the chat, you ever been in a relationship with somebody and they talk negative about you? One's in the chat, if you started to believe what your partner said to you about yourself. Why? Because this is the closest person to you. So of course you're gonna, they say, oh, you're not as good as you think you is, or I'll expose you. These people think you such a nice person. Let me tell them how you really are. And If this person is true, let them be true. But what if they not true? What if everything that they're saying is incompatible with your destiny? So you can get close to somebody, have sex with them, and then they'll start putting spells on you. Hey babe, what you think about this? Oh, I don't really like it. It's not for me. So since your girl don't like it, right? You just be like, oh yeah, maybe I shouldn't even do music. But what if your fan base is dusty, 30-year-old niggas, 30-year-old millennials? You ain't never think about that, did you? You made music for dusty niggas, not for girls. But you ain't never let the dusty niggas hear it, and you would have been a dusty nigga savior. Just a hypothetical. So we can begin to see, like, yeah, in you in a relationship that's centered in witchcraft, where this person is putting spells on you. I don't like you. You're not all that's cracked up to be. You made me upset. You this and you that. See, these is options that your partner is choosing that is in the realm of witchcraft. Because whether you is or whether you ain't, the positivity of support is the antithesis to witchcraft. You know witchcraft when you see it because witchcraft don't support you. Witchcraft will say, witchcraft, give me 1 second, chat. Witchcraft will say, I love you. I love you so much. That's witchcraft. Support is self evident. Faith without works is dead. The effort and energy that it takes to lock in this world is right there in front of you. And as a man or as a woman, you just with somebody to say, I love you, or I've been thinking about you, or you look so good. And at the end of the day, you just find your legs up in the air, but you've been stressing about the bills all day. That's witchcraft. That's witchcraft. Y'all supposed to be in this shit together, or else y'all should not be having sex. It should be such of a point where letting go is like, I can let go of everything but my left hand because my left hand is attached to me, right? And your partner is the same way. You should be able to let everything go and your partner still be right there. See, if you in a relationship with somebody that's with you because you got a nice ass, one's in the chat, you got your body is T, he like you, he want that pussy, that's witchcraft. It's witchcraft. Because God is real. God will put the right person in your life that needs to be in your life, that's willing to support you. You just need to be in the energy yourself. So, all of this to say, get into the article. Like I said, it's a paid article, but it's going to be a free article on Friday. So, you could either join for $5 a month, get the free article, right? Or just wait till Friday where this will be a free article. Read the article. If you interested in doing shadow work for 2025, we have the worksheets, we have everything in tow to get you prepared for doing the shadow work for 2025. Get out your own way. Stop with the self-sabotage energies. Like, really, if you want to move, if you need $50,000, do the shadow work around you getting it. What's holding you back? Right? Because you say, anybody can say I want a relationship. Well, what's holding you back? I'm overweight. Okay. What's the shadow work that need to take place? I'm gonna lose 50 pounds by June. That means I'm gonna lose 10 pounds a week. How you gonna do it? I'm gonna buy Ozempic. No, we not doing that. We not buying Ozempic. Say no to the O. Say no to O. Say no to O. Say no to O. Right? If you want to save money, get the 5 class bundle. We're gonna do first class is gonna be shadow work for 2025. We're gonna be dealing with the numerology of the year, some astrology to the year, and just some basic fundamental processes of shadow work. And then we're taking this and we're building on it, and we're gonna go through our sun and our moon signs, our sun and our moon signs specifically. So that's gonna be like it more or less. We're just going to bring people into it. Like, I don't want a lot of people in the class basically, because I do want to like go over everybody's chart and really talk about it and get an understanding, and then help you journal precisely of just get it, because my son is in the 11th house. The shadow work in reference to the 11th house sun is intense, because if I don't do shadow work on that, my moon is conjunct my midhaven. So if I knew the implications of my sun and moon sign, I would have just been grinding. Like, I would have just been doing everything that I know to do earlier. Right? I've been grinding for a long time, but I'm saying I would have been grinding, because I'm an 11th house sun and I'm a midhaven moon. So if you don't even know what your sun and your moon have any implications for, then get into that class, or like I said, get the whole bundle. Therefore, you'll get all of the worksheets, you'll get all of the classes, you'll get all of the support, and you can just get it and don't show up to none of the classes, get all the recordings, get all of the worksheets, right? And that will just, and you can do it when you're ready, or you can do it when we do it. Like, I'm gonna do it all. I'm printing out all of the worksheets. I'm gonna work through all of the worksheets my damn self, right? And because it's an intensive for me as well. Like, I'm one of those teachers where I teach what I learn and I learn what I teach. So then the following week we're gonna get into spirituality and understanding that your shadow is your soul. Your shadow is your soul. So another way of understanding shadow work is soul work. Fuck everything else. If you get in tune with your soul, you are the source. You are the kingdom, right? Everything that I've been talking about have been leading up into these courses, into these classes. We're going to hammer these details home so you can find it within yourself. Relationships and shadow work. Why is this so important? Because if you're in a relationship, if you'll ever be in a relationship and you do not do shadow work and you have a problem with your partner, 10 times out of 10, your problem is with yourself. And it's so deeply with yourself that you can't even see it within yourself. You can only see it within your partner. So when you're mad at your partner, you're mad at your inability to see yourself. So by the time of us working through shadow work for 3 weeks, hopefully you'll be strong enough to start facing these particular shadows. And then finally, we're doing financial shadow work. If you've been part of the Substack, you already know we did a whole 8-part series in the Substack. So what I'm going to do is I'm concise that, make that much more palatable for a 2-hour course, but I'm also going to give you the full financial shadow work workbook that you can work through the years. And so financial shadow work is going through a process of, this is what it was like growing up with my mama. This is how I handled finances. Oh shit, there go my problem right there. Making them adjustments, and then almost instantly I was back to investing. Almost instantly I was back to maintaining my financial portfolio and things of that nature. Because if I don't stay on top of my financial shadow work, I have moments where I'm on top of my shit, and then I will resort into what I was raised. And when I was raised check to check, you know, paycheck to paycheck. So if I don't stay on top of my shit, then I need to like completely stay on. I need to stay on top of my shit so I don't sink back, right? So yeah, and I said that a lot of those people had got, even Malachi Z. York, he was locked up like early 2000s. But I was just really just showing that meme as to say that this is an interesting space to be, because you never see the white content creators being locked up for nothing crazy. But as soon as a black man gets some type of notoriety in a space, he ended up going to jail. So you're probably not gonna hear that now. So you at the beginning of the live. So with all that being said, hopefully y'all was able to join this video. Utilize the links in my description to either check out the article, join the class. It's going to be an exciting 5 weeks. After we go through these 5 weeks, been gearing up for Chakra Nova. So we're going to reload Chakra Nova, and then we're going to go through a 7 week trial of raising and activating each seven of our chakras. Get that 7x7x7 workshop going again. And yeah, just staying active and staying, you know, relative to what people need as far as spiritual development, understanding that the knowledge comes from within. It don't come from me, don't come from her, it don't come from him, especially when it comes to your place in this universe. You have a place because we are all one. We're all part of the same singularity. Okay. So everything that you've gained over these years that are related to the ego is related to empty space. So if we want to get to some truth, if we want to get to some source consciousness, we have to go within. And if we're able to go within, then I feel like we're in good shape. So with all that being said, thank y'all for watching. Like the video if you like it. Share this the video to somebody that you think will need it, possibly a parent that gives their kid the phone all the time. And beyond that, have a wonderful 2025. Uh, but you know me, I'm gonna be very consistent, and these are just my offerings. I just do these just as time, just as I has time, because just a couple of minutes ago, my wife told me that we have a delivery to get to. So I'm gonna go take care of some business, and I will catch y'all on the flip side. Hopefully, I'm trying to get the initiates together so we can do a year in review video. So if y'all know the initiates, DM them and be like, "What's up with that year in review video? We need that. The streets need that." So yeah. Peace to the fam. Peace to the tribe.